Hey y'all, hey, it's OG and I am back with the madness and welcome back. So, my intros are so freaking fast. I need to slow it down. So yeah, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the topic of the power of being by yourself and why it's important for you to learn how to be alone. This is something that I definitely struggle with, and me struggling with this has put me in situations that I did not want to be in because I didn't know how to deal with myself. I didn't know how to be with my own thoughts and everything. So today, and I'm finally getting to the point where I'm learning that. So today I'm just here to give you the reasons why it's important for you to be alone and the power that it brings when you are alone and being by yourself. So, and I got my Palo Santos here. I'm finna reburn it though. And I also written it down. You know, on my last video I did say how unorganized I am, and I'm trying to be more organized. It's a process. This fucking lighter is difficult to fucking use, bro. So I'm gonna burn this a little bit more. Oh, okay, sorry. I'll be doing some weird shit sometimes, y'all. So yeah, I just want this to burn because I have been, before we get into the video, I have been in a funk for 2 weeks. Now, in my previous video, I did tell y'all how I kind of lost everything, how I lost my car, I lost my apartment, and I had to move in with my grandma, which was the best decision I have ever made in my life because I finally got to sit down and the wind is blowing. So yeah, but that was like a really good decision I had to make in my life because I was just all over the place and I didn't have any sense of direction, and I self-sabotaged myself a lot, and also dealing with other BS as well. So I'm trying to get it to where the smoke is not blowing, but it's blowing. So yeah, but I'm finally getting to the place where I am back centered a little bit. I kind of fell off of my spiritual path. I wasn't meditating like I used to. I wasn't reading and educating myself how I was supposed to be. I was just kind of watching YouTube videos for 2 weeks straight, and I wasn't handling responsibility, and it put me in a funk, and I wasn't being productive as I wanted to be. So I'm finally getting back into a place where, okay, it's now like, okay, Kenya, like, you've been in this funk for 2 weeks now. You haven't gotten anything done. Like, let's be productive while you're here and you ain't got no bills to pay. Because at the end of the day, you know, we got things to do. So, yeah, that's why I'm making this video today. And I written down what I wanted to talk about and the points I wanted to hit. It's in my master plans book, but I don't know which page I did it on, so I need to find it. So what the fuck, shit, bitch, fuck. You know what, it's probably after all my tea drinking. Yes, is it? Oh, I can't find a page. Okay, y'all, bear with me while I find this page because it's somewhere in this piece. Oh, boom, found it. Okay, I got a little red sage, but it stink. Like, it's not, it doesn't smell like the dragon's blood sage no more. So I just don't burn it because it stinks. So I don't know if that's normal or not, but yeah. So like I said, this video is going to be about the power in being alone and why it's important for you to have a period of time in your life where you are alone, and why you don't need to be afraid of it, and why it's important that you need to deal with yourself. So I wrote down some points right here. So yeah, here we go. All right, so it says, what did I write? I said, why you need to be alone. Okay, so it's important for you to be alone because you need to build yourself. With building yourself, you're building your confidence, your self-value, and love for yourself. So this is very important because when you start dealing with other people, or when you get into a relationship, you're gonna have enough respect for yourself and enough love for yourself where you're gonna be able to set boundaries. And boundaries are very important because we don't want people walking around, I mean, not walking around, but walking all over us. We don't want to be taken advantage of. And when you don't have that love for yourself, when you don't have that confidence, and you don't have value in yourself, it's very hard to not allow people to do that to you, because you're going to constantly look for something. You're going to constantly look for somebody's approval, somebody to like you, somebody to love you. And all in all, it's really the person that you need is you. So building yourself is very important, and being alone helps you, because when you are alone and you are in your own thoughts, then you get to my next point: self-reflect. Okay, girl. So you get to self-reflect, and when you're self-reflecting, you're understanding, you can work on things and you can start to move differently. So you can, when you start to self-reflect, you can start saying, okay, what can I do better? You know, what is going to make me a better person? What is going to help me move forward when I'm in a funk? Like, how do I start navigating who I am and what I want to do? And you're not going to find that in other people. You're not. Because yeah, other people will tell you the truth about yourself, but at the end of the day, you have to recognize your truth, because you are the only one who can hold yourself accountable for your actions, and all that good stuff. So it's very important that you start building upon yourself, so you can start reflecting and you can start moving forward. And that's all I had. But I'm gonna keep going with the video. So yeah, me personally, it was very, very hard for me to deal with myself and be in my own thoughts, because it's just kind of like I was going back and forth with myself. I constantly got into a funk. Like I just didn't know what to do, and it felt a little bit uncomfortable being by myself, which it should never be uncomfortable being by yourself. Like, and I was getting so tired of being so uncomfortable, and then another thing, I would get really bored. Like, I would get so bored. Like, I'll listen to music, watch TV on social media. Listen to music, watch TV on social media. That stuff, me doing that stuff and not being productive constantly kept me bored. And that had me reaching out to people and saying, hey, what you doing? Like, let's hang out, let's do this. When all in all, I really just needed to sit down and deal with myself. And when you find yourself in these places, some things that you can do is just start thinking like, okay, where do I want to see myself in 5 years? We all get that question from strangers or from people or even from an interviewer, but it would be a good starting point to ask yourself, like, okay, I know I want to be something in life. I know what I want to do. I want to do something in my life. I want to make a difference. I want to put my mark on the world. So what are the steps that I can take to get there? These are questions that you can ask yourself when you are by yourself. And then along with that, you can sit here and ask, okay, so what type of person do I need to become in order to achieve this? Exactly. We're building, we're progressing. We're becoming when you're doing this, you're igniting the light in you to shine out. So, and me personally, being around people, like, for me, it dimmed my light up a little bit, because I started comparing myself to other people, and I started to get a little hint of jealousy, which was a very, very, very uncomfortable feeling. I hate when I look at somebody and I just get this ill feeling, like, in the forefront of my mind. Like, yes, I'm congratulating them, I'm happy for them, I want to see people succeed, but I want to see people succeed because that's what I want to do. Succeed, because that's what I want to do. But when I was around other people, me constantly comparing myself to other people and me seeing other people do things that I wanted to do just put me in a really, like, terrible, it just gives me a terrible feeling, and I don't like that feeling at all. And so that's why I kind of moved towards being self-isolated, because I didn't want to be around somebody who is doing all of this good and success and then bring my energy and my funkiness to it, because I'm just like, well, damn, why can't I do that? Or what am I doing, And so being by yourself is going to allow you to ignite your light. And as soon as you get more comfortable within yourself and with up here, when you start getting around those people, it's just nothing, because you are sorry, I'm going too fast. you are content with yourself. You are on firm ground. You have built a foundation for yourself and who you are. So when you get around people, since your foundation is not rocky, you're not gonna shake. You're not gonna have these feelings because you know who you are and you know what you can do. And you accomplish all of this by being by yourself and understanding who you are and how you navigate and how you think. Always self-reflecting. That is very, very important. Another thing, it's very important when you're going into relationships. Black women, especially, I know the root problem of all of this BS of us dealing with men and how they treat us is because, one, we are scared to be by ourselves. We don't want to be lonely. We see other people in relationships and they're happy and all this good stuff, and you want that for yourself, so you start to put up with bullshit, and no, we can't do that. I don't care. Listen, and I am guilty of this too. I have stayed in a relationship. I've stayed in a situationship longer than I was supposed to because I did not want to be alone. And as soon as you recognize the root problem, which is me not wanting to be alone, as soon as you recognize you not wanting to be alone, you can finally come up to a solution. Okay, how do I stop this cycle? How do I stop getting into these terrible relationships? How do I stop getting myself into situations that I don't need to be in? And really excel from there. So being alone, there is power in being by yourself. You start to grow. You start to love yourself more. You're going to want to start taking care of yourself more. You're going to look in the mirror and just start glowing because you have lit this fire that's always been inside you. It's always been there, but you finally are letting it shine. You're finally letting it come out. And that's why it's very, very important for you to have a sense of, okay, let me sit down and let me just be by myself. So yeah, it's just very, very, very important. And like I said, when you are by yourself and you start to get a sense of boredom, just start thinking about your future and your plans and start writing things down. People always talking about manifest. Listen, the part of manifesting is, one, isolation. Okay, you need to do manifestation by yourself. You need to be able to will everything you want and all your desires and needs out of yourself, and you're not going to be able to do that if you're around a whole bunch of people who are just either constantly knocking you down, or you seeing them doing good and you feel bad about yourself because you ain't doing shit. I have been there. And I hate it, y'all. I hate it so much because I don't never, ever, ever want to be jealous of people. I don't want to feel envious towards people. That is not a good feeling. Like, I don't see how people do it. I don't see how people go and troll on other people and talk about other people, because I can't do it. It just brings me to this, like, I want to vomit type feeling. And it makes me reevaluate myself a lot. So, y'all, I'm just saying, Black women in general, men as well, we need to start being okay with being by ourselves. It's not the end of the world if we are by ourselves, okay? So I'm not gonna make this video long. I kind of did my rant and I kind of told y'all, some key points and what to do, and I literally barely wrote anything down. So yes, stay tuned for more videos. I'm coming out with more videos, and I love you guys so much. I gained 2 new subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next video. OG out.